How's it going, everyone? And welcome to episode. What episode is it? It's episode 5 of We Need to Talk, my video gaming and movie slash television, mostly movie podcast review news podcast. Um, so here's the deal. Ooh, this chair's a little squeaky. I want to talk about Spider-Man 2, and I know I promised. Was it 2 weeks ago or something? Over 2 weeks ago that I was going to do a review of the game, and I actually beat the game almost exactly 2 weeks ago. I took I had it came out October 20th. Um I had that day off from work, so I spent the day playing it. Hair in my mouth. Oh, I spent the day playing it. A little over 8 hours, not all in consecutive, but you know, there's my dog in the background. Um, yeah, I did that. Um, I th- bel I played some Saturday because I got about. Excuse me. I believe I actually beat it on Saturday. If come here, I don't know what she was getting at. Yeah, yeah. Sorry. Come in here, hon. Come here. Come here. Lay down. Good job. Yeah. So I believe I beat it that Saturday. If not, I beat it Sunday. But I'm pretty sure it was I beat it actually in 2 days. And 15 hours to do the main story. Sorry, beard hair. I gotta trim. Yeah, 15 hours to beat the main campaign for me. I mostly mainlined it. I did the occasional like side thing, but I want to focus on story because I knew the week after Alan Wake 2 was coming out, and I really wanted to be able to focus on that. I do apologize for not getting back with my review sooner. I haven't been really feeling great. Um, it's just some stuff I've been dealing with. Um, but yeah, now I'm finally here to give you my review of Marvel's and Insomniacs Spider-Man 2. And oh my goodness, what an incredible experience this game was. God, I found myself wondering because 2018 Spider-Man came out for the PS4. I found myself wondering, well, when the what's the word I'm thinking of? When the second one comes out, like there's obviously gonna be a second one. I was like, how could they possibly top this? Spider-Man PS4 was incredible. It was everything I ever wanted in a Spider-Man game. Spider-Man, I'm sure I've already said this, but he's Spider-Man's my favorite superhero. I for the most part, loved all the games and the movies, and um, um, Jesus. Yeah, for the most part, I've loved all the games and movies, but like I didn't know how they could top it. And then obviously Spider-Man 2 comes. I don't remember when they announced Spider-Man 2, honestly. Um, but when we found out that Venom was going to be in it, it was exciting. I remember playing. What was it? Was it Ultimate Spider-Man? Was that the one you could play as Venom? I think it was. I could be wrong, but if I'm wrong, let me know. But I'm pretty sure that was the one. Um, I was so excited. Venom, like we're getting Venom again in a game. Like wow. And they had said later on that it wasn't Eddie Brock, and also this game's been out for 2 weeks now, so there are going to be spoilers in this review. When I was going to do it before, after I beat it, I wasn't going to really spoil it. But this is one of those games where it's kind of hard to talk about without spoiling. To have to kind of turn around the edges is difficult for a game like this. Um, so yeah, there's gonna be spoilers. So the game comes out, right? The opening of this game, the first, what is it? I don't know, 10-ish minutes or so. The opening is incredible. I mean, it's a fight with Sandman, and he's huge, and he's destroying the city, and it's just incredible. And I didn't expect them to do the web wings so early on in the game. I thought it was gonna be something you get later, but you just get them like right in the beginning, and then as soon as the world opens up to you after that first boss fight, and then some extra like learning some of the way they work the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man app and some other stuff. It just the world opens up to you, and then you can use the wings. It's amazing, and they feel so good. The controls are inverted automatically. I don't. Normally don't use inverted controls because I don't like it, but I guess for something like that it makes sense. But I kept trying to switch it to not inverted, and then I was having a hard time, so I just kept it inverted, and I got used to it pretty quickly, and then it was fine. So it's just inverted like up and down. This sounds really bad, but I don't remember if I think that's the X axis or the Y. I don't remember, but it's just inverted up and down. So to go up, you pull down on the left stick, and then to go down, you push up, and it felt right. Um, and they have you've seen this in gameplay. They have wind tunnels you can go through to pick up speed while you're using the web wings. That was cool, and you go really. It feels fast. It feels so fast. So and the swinging also is improved. The way the swinging feels is better. It's improved. It's I don't know, like it just feels better. And it already felt great in the first game, but in this one it feels so much better. And I don't know why. I don't know what it is about it, but it feels better. Here's the thing: they have fast travel in this game, and it is indeed fast travel, like fast. You literally so instead of doing in the first game, if you remember, there were those like towers on top of all the police stations that you had to go and like hack into to unlock fast travel. In this one, they get rid of that, and it's just you're doing activities, and there's like I think there's 13 not districts, but like is that what they call? I might call them districts. I don't know, but it's like sections of the map. Um, I believe there's 13 in this one. You go around in each one doing like side activities, and you slowly unlock. You unlock um like some kind of I think it's one of the tokens maybe not token is it I don't remember you unlock there's like three stages of unlocking things. The second one's always fast travel. Um, so what you do is once you unlock fast travel, you open the map, you go to whatever district you have fast travel locked in, you put it anywhere in the district, and you hold down a button, and then it just drops you in. There's no loading. It's like I'd seen him doing that during one of the gameplay showcases, and I just wanted to try it for myself. So I only did it once just to see, and it's insane how fast it is. But that's the only time I ever use fast travel because it's so fun to swing around and glide around the city. And the city, by the way, as you already know, or if you haven't played, you don't know, is expanded. The first game it was just Manhattan. This game they added Brooklyn and Queens, so it's double the size. It's insane how big they made it. There's also, if you remember the MJ missions in the first game, they've come back, but they've made them better. They're more engaging, I think. No, I didn't think they were that bad in the first game. They were fine, but in this one, I like them actually. It was fun to play as. Um, God, and then what else can I mean? Venom, Tony Todd. That like just a perfect match. Um, like yeah. So obviously, it's spoiler. Eddie Brock is not Venom in this. Again, I'm gonna spoil. So if you don't want to hear this, skip forward a bit, or come back, play, go leave this video, play the game, come back later. Venom in this game is Harry. Yes, Harry Osborn is in this game. He does end up turning into Venom, and it's just, oh my god. Like I think like that was one of the theories that everyone had. Um, but then they kept showing other stuff that made you think it maybe wasn't him, and it was maybe Peter. And you know, my first thing is it's got to be Harry because Harry was in the. They tease it at the end, right? He's in that tank. I keep wanting to call it a back to tank or whatever that tank is called in Star Wars. Um, but he's in that tank with the symbiote, right, floating around. They tease it at the end of Spider-Man, 2018, and it was Harry. And let me tell you, his motivation for wanting the symbiote works so well. I really, really, really liked his character a lot in this game. He, all the characters were just so well written. Norman's in this game again, and like Dr. Connors, which, oh, I mean, I guess I can't say I didn't expect that because Lizard was in that. Never mind. That Lizard fight. I'll talk about that in a minute. But like, yeah, and you get spoiler, but you get to play as Venom for a little bit, and it's such a cool section. Like, I didn't expect to be able to play as Venom either, so it was like that was like a huge like what moment? Like oh my god, I get to play as Venom. Even if it was only for like 10, 15 minutes, it was still like amazing. Not you're not roaming around the city. It's a really scripted section, which is okay. It was still really cool. And I know Brian Intihar, the creative director of Spider-Man 2, has said when asked about doing a Venom spin-off game, he said that they're gonna listen to the fans because they want to know what the fans want to see. So we might be getting a Venom spin-off game, which would be super cool. Because Venom, he's such a cool like character, and there were some other cool surprises. Like Scream was in the game. One of the other symbiotes. Um, but that lizard section was so cool. The set pieces for like the boss battles in this game were incredible. There's a Peter gets the symbiote, right? And the black I love the design for the black suit in this game. I've seen some people who didn't really like it, but it looks like if you've seen the Secret Wars books, it looks like that black suit. Like he's like the shoulder pads and everything that he has on it. It looks like the Secret Wars black suit. Um, but I gotta give it to Yuri Lowenthal. Like I already knew he was a good actor, but he made Peter like when Peter had the symbiote, obviously he becomes a jerk, but it's not him. It's the symbiote, but he still becomes a jerk. If that makes sense, he becomes a different. He made Peter a different character when he had the like symbiote. Like there were two versions of Peter, and it was incredible. Like I wouldn't be surprised if Yuri won an award for this game for his acting. I'm actually I'm going to reach out at some point. I've already reached out before, and he's responded. Yuri responded to me about doing like an interview or doing a podcast episode of me. I've talked to him once. I reached out, and he's told me He's taking, although he's not at this moment because of the strikes. So I'm gonna reach out once the strike is over and see if I can do like a Zoom interview with him because I think that'd be super cool. So you know, stay tuned for that. I'm not gonna promise it. I'm you know just gonna see. Um, but that would be really cool. But yeah, I would not be surprised if he won some sort of award. And then Najee Jeter as Miles was, oh, of course, he was just so good. Um, and I love playing as both of the different Spider-Man because you can switch back and forth, as shown in all the gameplay and announced and everything. They both felt like separate, so it didn't feel like the same character, which was so refreshing and good. And I'm so glad. So like it felt fun switching between them and doing each of them. There's some of the side missions you can do. Either one can do them, and then some of the other ones it's like for specific Spider-Man. Um, so it's really refreshing seeing how they both felt like separate and unique and different and synonyms and whatever. But yeah, that was really good. What else? Jesus, what else? I guess God, Craven, what a badass. He was Craven was so cool. Like, God, he was just so cool. I don't know how else to put it. He was cool. He was so well written. I didn't know how I would feel about him. Um, I feel like they don't really use Craven a lot in like games or movies. Um, but he really is a cool villain. And actually, one of the theories that I had, and then I saw this, I also saw this around other places, was that Craven would get the symbiote and become Venom because in there's a run of comics called Craven's Last Hunt, and in that Craven actually gets the symbiote. So I was like, oh, maybe they're gonna be doing a little bit of that. That didn't happen, but that would have been cool too. I also read that I think Brian Intihar had said that they wanted to make like a Venomized Sandman, but they couldn't quite figure out how to work that in, so they didn't. But that would have been really cool because I don't know if there's ever been a Venomized Sandman. And here's the thing that now that team they've entirely shifted their focus over to the Wolverine game, which could be next year or the year after. I'm hoping next year, but if it comes out the year after, that's fine too. I'm really excited for that because I'm pretty sure they said that's going to be an M-rated game. Like they're not holding back on that one, so that'd be cool. And also, they did Brian Intihar did just recently say that the Wolverine game shares the same universe as the Spider-Man games. So, um, what else can I say? I am also sorry, real quick. There in Spider-Man 2 there are real stakes. Like characters die. More than one character dies in this game. And that's all I'm going to say about that. There are real stakes. It honestly was surprising. That's all I'm going to say about that. And I know I've been talking about spoilers and stuff, but that I'm gonna keep there. Um, also, like, there's some in this game you come across reformed villains, and it's really cool to see. Um, like Martin Lee ended up playing a bigger part than I thought he was gonna play in this game. I thought he was just gonna be like there and then one boss fight, but he plays a bigger part. Um, it's yeah, Tombstone has like a little appearance, which was really cool to see him. I didn't expect that. Um, yeah, man, I don't like. It was incredible. This game was incredible. I can't wait for New Game Plus to come out so I can play again. So yeah, like I said, I mainlined it. Um, and right now I am mainly focusing on Alan Wake 2. I'm almost done with the game, and I'll excuse me. Sorry. I'll I'm probably gonna do a video on Alan Wake 2 because I'm still playing. I have like I said I haven't been feeling well, so I stopped playing for a little bit because I was. It's one of those games you have to like really be attentive for. Actually, let me get back to that in a second. Let me finish talking about Spider-Man because I've 21 minutes. Yeah, God, but Spider-Man 2. Yeah, again, I can't wait for a New Game Plus so I can play again. I am doing some side. I'm doing trying to do some more side stuff. And the when I was talking before the open doing the open world activities, doing the side stuff, you actually discover them as you swing around. Like of course there's the crimes that will pop up as you're in the district. You can do those. That's part of the open world activities. But as you're swinging around, you'll find stuff, and then it will get marked on your map, and then you could push that like the scan button that they had in the last game too, and will actually like a big beacon of light will come up, or like a big colored beacon, and it will have the symbol of what that activity is. And I think that's a really cool way to show that. It's easier to find things. Like it's really well done. Honestly, I don't know. I want to score this game. I did experience a few bugs. Although well, nothing game breaking really. There was in one of the final scenes. I think I took a screenshot of, or I posted it on Twitter. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, I posted this on Twitter. Let's see. Here. This was in the final scene. Sorry, I'm looking at two different cameras. It looks a little different. Miles is supposed to have his suit on, but it's just his like head and shoulders. And then I also post that was just in the last one of the last cutscenes, so it was a little weird because that was like the first bug I actually got in the game. My game never crashed. My game never did that. That was like the first bug I got. And then I got after I got that screen that said, "Congratulations, you have finished the main story." But both Peter and Miles are still available to continue the adventure. You can now start a fresh adventure with ultimate difficulty. Good luck, hero. I got this. I was a little white square, you can see. It was like one of those placeholders. Like I could still swing around. It was like one of those placeholders that developers use. They put the block in and then they just move around. It was one of those things, if that makes sense. So that was kind of interesting. All I did is I just reloaded my save, and it was fine. He came back. Miles came back as his character again. But yeah, I can't wait. Like I said, I can't wait for any potential DLC. A lot of people think that the DLC is going to be Daredevil related because they think they found the hand. Um, and also the building that used to have like the Nelson and Murdoch sign, that plaque doesn't have anything on it anymore. So they think that means something. Either way, I'm excited for whatever DLC comes out. I'm probably gonna get it day one. I did get the digital deluxe edition for Spider-Man, so I got all the suits and it. Oh my God! Sorry, the suits. There's so many suits in this game that carry over from the first game. Not all of them, but some of them do. And then there's new suits. And I loved so many suits, but I mostly stayed in the suits, this like the suit that they were had you like that you automatically had. I mostly stayed in those. I did change them every now and then. Um, and now that I'm in I don't know why I did that. I have to shave, but I did that's probably why I keep getting beard hair. I did I was gonna say I got the digital deluxe edition, so I got all the extra suits. And there's a Spider-Man Noir suit in here. Like the Nick Cage one from the Spider-Verse movie. And when you wear it, it does that like frame thing. That was really cool. I have a cut on my thumb or my finger. Hmm. Yeah. And I would probably give this game hmm a 4.5 out of 5 or a 5 out of 5. I really liked it, man. I don't hmm. You know, you wouldn't think I had this figured out by now. You know what? I give this game a for right now, I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5. Um, if that ever changes, like when I go back to New Game Plus, or if I go back to New Game Plus and I was like, you know what, this feels more like a 4 to 5, 4.5, 4 to 5 for me this time. I'll update in a video. Um, I do want to add that the side missions in this game really add a lot. Like it's not just quick little things that you do, like oh find my bird. I mean that was I like that from the first game, but it's not like quick little like a lot of the side missions that you do are actually they have like cutscenes and they add stuff to the game and some of them are emotional, some of them are just very impactful. So I recommend you do them. Um, yeah, I recommend you do it. Um, I recommend you do one of the ones in particular has to do with like the cult, the flame cult. I don't remember what they call it, but the cult of the flame. I recommend you do those missions. Um, really, can then really so yeah, 5 out of 5 for now. And if that changes, again I'll update you guys. But real quick, Alan Wake, and then I'm gonna end this. And I know this was a shorter one, but I was gonna do Alan Wake 2 and Spider-Man 2 in one video, but I still haven't beaten Alan Wake 2. So, and I really wanted to get my Spider-Man 2 review out. Um, so Alan Wake 2 will be in its own video. I know I was gonna also do my thoughts so far for Spider-Man 2 and stuff, but I kind of ended up beating it in like 2 days. So, oops. But that's a good thing. It's one of those. It was one of those games. I was like, all right, I'm gonna do this last mission and then put it down. It was like 11:30. I was tired. I was like, I'm gonna do this last mission. You know, save. I'm gonna go to bed or whatever. I'll play tomorrow more tomorrow. But then it would like the mission, the cutscene would end on a cliffhanger. I'd be like, oh man, I want to know what's gonna happen. Let me do this one more. And I would do that one more. And then the same thing would happen. I kept doing that. And the next thing I knew, I looked and it was like 2 in the morning. And I was like, all right, I'm putting it down. I'm not. I'm done for the night. So that kept happening. So that's why I ended up beating it in 2 days because it kept making me want to go on and play more and more, which is obviously what I think developers hope for when you're playing one of their games. But yeah, Alan Wake 2, I'm almost done with it. I'm really enjoying it so far. In fact, after I'm done with this, I'm gonna go play a little more. Um, I'm little over 16 hours in. I think I have another chapter or two, maybe, left, and then I should be done. It's done in chapters, like the first game. Um, so I will make a separate video about Alan Wake 2. That's only been out for just over a week. But I've been really enjoying it, I think, right? Yeah, it came out to 27. So yeah, just over a week. Um, yeah, I'm almost done with that. I can't wait to talk about that. And hopefully I do that one sooner than I did this one. Again, I apologize for that. Again, wasn't feeling great. Didn't really have the motivation to because of that. Um, and also I'm still doing side missions in Spider-Man 2, so I'm not like 100% done. I'm also waiting for New Game Plus, and obviously there'll be DLC. But anyways, thank you everybody so much for watching or listening, whatever platform you're watching or listening this on. I really appreciate it. As always, please let me know if you're on YouTube. Let me know down in the comments what you thought about Spider-Man 2 if you played it. If you agree or disagree with any of my thoughts or opinions. Um, or what you would score the game if you played it. Um, let me know. Yeah, let me know, and make sure you follow if you're on Spotify. Subscribe if you're on YouTube. Um, but yeah, thank you so much for watching and listening, and I will see all you guys in the next episode, which is hopefully my Alan Wake 2 review. See you guys later. Be good. Bye bye.